So this time the features that we'll be having would be for those people who are not friends a bit with fractions and rounding off figures. So here, starting with class with example that our answer would be 2/3. Say our answer is 2/3. Now there are times that a teacher would prefer the fixed fraction mode because we are not to round off any figure, but there are times that the teacher would prefer rounded off figure. So let's know how to play with the calculus with our calcul here to be friends with fractions. So if we have fraction but we prefer this time the decimal, in class we just have to press this key, standard to decimal, and 2/3 would become 0.6666 until 7. There. What if we have something like 5/2? 5/2 in decimal is 2.5. But there are other teachers or there are people who prefer to have mixed fraction if the answer is in improper fraction. For the benefit of others, improper fraction would be a fraction wherein the numerator is greater than the denominator. So what if we prefer to have the mixed fraction instead? Now notice in this button S vis-a-vis D, at the top of that would actually be mixed fraction vis-a-vis improper fraction. So if we have 5/2, we want to have a decimal, we just have to have this. But what if we want to have either of the mixed and this improper? So that is color yellow, so we have to press shift this key. That will become 2 1/2. See, 2 1/2, 5/2 without pressing shift. That one. Okay, let's have this time this calculate. Same thing. Say 5 divided by 2 SD. Shift 2 1/2. Shift. How about for this type of calcu? Say we have 5 divided by 2, that's 2.5. Notice that for this type of calcu, the default answer would be in decimal. So what if we have, or we prefer this time, fraction way of having that? Notice this per key. We have here A, B over C. This is actually, or this would actually represent a mixed form. And at the top of that, which is D over C, would be the improper fraction. So if we press this, we'll have that. It means that the first number, or the letter A, would be the whole number. The next number would be the letter B, or the numerator of the remainder fraction. Lastly, C would be 2. That was actually our answer earlier. 5 divided by 2. Here. See? So what if you want to look at its improper fraction? So same thing, shift 2 over C, it's 5 over 2. Okay. Next feature, aside from being friends with your calculators through fraction, let's have this time rounding off figure. So here, what if we have something like 5 divided by 1.71? Here, just a fraction, and this is the entire decimal. And we know that to just in case we need this value later on, we have to save this. But what if just for showing solution purposes, we are to give first a rounded off figure, But then again, we are really using the entire figure when we solve. But for solution purposes, we are just to show, say, 4 decimal places. Now, I know that all of us had rounding off figure lesson as early as in elementary, but there are others who take time in rounding off figures. So this one's for you guys. How to round it off through the use of calculator. This is how we do it in class quiz. We have to have it set up. Setup is in yellow. Shift setup. And we'll go to number format, which is number 3. And we'd go to fix because we want to have the answers in fixed mode. For the benefit of others, 2 would be for scientific notation and 3 would be for the norm. So let's have the fixed mode. That's number 1. Now it says there, select 0 to 9, curl 9. It's asking you how many decimal places would you prefer to have in your calculator. So what if we prefer to have 4 decimal places? 4. Notice that your calculator already is showing there the word fix to signify that you are in fixed mode. So if we'll go back to our answer earlier of 5 divided by 1.71, which is this, and if we want to have the decimal, it's already rounded off to 4 figures. Now do not worry because it's just showing you the rounded off figure 2.9240, but then if you are to save this in your calculator, say in whatever the letter is, it will be saving the entire decimal. Okay, it's just showing you the rounded off figure. So how to have fix, let's have this time, calculator. So for this type of calculator, you just have to press mode until you find the word fix. That's the first press, second, third. There's the word fix, and fix is number 1. Same question. Let's have for, notice again that you now have the word fix. So we have 5 divided by 1.71. There, right off. How about for this type of calculus? Same thing, setup, shift, setup. Fix is number 6. Then 4 decimal places. There, fix. 5 divided by 1.71. There. Problem exists if, say, the answer is 0.000, say, first 6 zeros, then you'll have 1. So you might freak out because your calculator is giving you a 0 answer. For example, you have something like, for trivial questions, say we have 1 divided by that. There. Because you will have 0.000 until 1. So of course it will be giving you this. So what if you want to go back to the way it used to be? It has the entire decimal. I know you're thinking of doing this fix, but then maybe you're thinking about the 9 decimal places this time. Let's check. Sorry. Yeah, it gives you that. But problem exists if I have something like 4 divided by 2. Gives us that. It's annoying to see this couple of zeros here. So what should we do? Got it. We just have to have the default mode or clear. So that's shift, clear. Let's have number 3. So that when we go to 4 divided by 2, it's just the 2. And if we do 5 divided by 1 divided by that. Scientific notation. Okay. So same thing here. You just have to do the clear. But before that, let's check first 4 divided by 2. See, still have 4 decimal places. So if I'll do reset, number 3, 4 divided by 2 will just be 4 divided by 2. Okay, I hope you're friends with your calc now.